Pretty cool stuff. They're huge too. They're really big. I never seen any petroglyphs like that big. Also, cool thing, there's a couple bison in here. Which I didn't know there were bison around here. It must have been prehistorically. And I had never seen anything like that right there. Interesting, but these two, that's pretty rad, pretty awesome. All right. And there's no ceramics, no lithics. Just rock art, petroglyphs. Let's go find the next one. So that one's pretty cool, actually. I've seen something like this before, except it was someone falling off a ladder. Prehistoric, of course. But anyhow, it looks like maybe a rock has fallen. Hits dude in the head. And that's the rock as well. Beware of rocks falling. I don't know. Cool. There it is. Yep. Anyhow, that's a really cool. I see spirals, but I haven't seen one like that. That's pretty cool. Kind of like a donut, but normally they're spirals, like a Milky Way or something. Anyhow, something. So hey, going up and down this canyon here, and then there's another side canyon right here, and there's this intermittent stream drainage that runs through here. And it's July 21st. It just rained just a little bit last week, or within the last week. So you can see it does hold water. And so during the winter and early spring for sure, and late fall, it'll hold water, I'm sure. But anyhow, I think all these people, all these petroglyphs are to say, hey, you're fixing to come up on our village. Yeah, they're, oh, sorry. Moving it all. See that green spot right there? You know there's water over there. Cottonwoods, aspen, alder. Well, anyhow, you can guess there's water over there. And so that's where I'd be living. And I'd be saying, hey, come stop by our place. We'll sell some biscuits or whatever. And that's what's going on. I don't know. You tell me. Peace. So that's where you saw me crawling out. It's a pretty cool little I don't know what you call it. Entrance into that canyon. See, there's a trail up above. Anyhow, it's just a natural whatever. Check this out. So anyhow, you can see the same drainage or canyon I was telling you about. Comes down and so on. But did you notice? So like I said, it rained about a week, within the last week. But it's just been little pockets of rain, isolated and scattered all over. But where it's raining, it's kind of dumping. And I don't know what watershed we're part of, but we're running down slope off that plateau, I suppose. I'm sure it's Uintah something. But anyhow, see there? More water, right? And all the petroglyphs, the majority of them are right at that corner and heading back. But, if there's water in here, guys, we're hunting in here. Even in the summer, I'm sure anytime deer were coming down here. So maybe that has something to do with the petroglyphs. I always see petroglyphs at hunting spots. Makes sense. What do you do when you're not hunting? Putting stories on walls. All right. So I didn't realize it, but well, I came over here to check out those rocks right there. And you can't tell, but that's a little cave or alcove. Guaranteed people were hanging out in there. But I didn't know or realize this is going to be a slot canyon. So I'm going to go back down and maybe find my way in there. I don't know. Those things are really cool. Okay. So I'm just hiking up above here. It's pretty precarious, as you can tell, but whatever. Whatever, safety second. But check this out. Another little access into the little slot canyon. It's right here for those who are bold enough. Oh shit. Woo! Check it out. But you can do it. And then you get down in that canyon, you're in. Yeah, I'm gonna keep looking for petroglyphs. Well, this is another way you could enter it. The best way would be from, I think it's east. The east. See, I'm not gonna go in there. It's too much water. Plus, man, look at that drop off. Who's gonna walk that? That's crazy. Climb it, but I ain't gonna climb it. Not today. But isn't that rad? Look at that. Super cool. By the way, this is BLM land. Public land. And ain't no junk out here. Most people come out here just hunting or mining or whatever. Or whatever. Riding bikes, doing whatever they want to do. Climbing. BLM land is rad. It's beautiful. Just like Forest Service, fish, all that. Okay. So, again, shoots out that way. It's just a little slot, just a little drainage, but turns into, oh, check this out. I saw this earlier. Okay. What's going on over here? Okay, so this would be an entrance or a trail down to that canyon, but saw something going on here with those rocks. I don't know. They could have built up an alcove right there with all these rocks that are laying here. See? I don't know. Maybe it's natural. Okay. So I just cut across out of that canyon. I didn't take the canyon back, I just cut across. And this is the first, it gets pretty steep and, you know, cliffs and whatnot. And that's where the petroglyphs are. But if you were crossing over here, if you were coming this way, you can see there's goat trail, or not goat trail, but deer trail. I hadn't seen too much cattle poop. It is an old burn scar up there. But this would be the first place you'd enter if you were coming from that direction. And by the way, the landscape is like this all around. Mostly juniper. I'd say PJ, but it's pretty much juniper and sage and mountain mahogany. Right, I think that's mountain mahogany. Right, y'all can tell me. Anyhow, so I expect to see petroglyphs saying, hey, this is us, or whatever. Or maybe they're saying, I didn't get any deer today. Sucks. And that's the newspaper. Who knows? Huh. Someone put a bunch of glitter up there. Some flagging or something. I think it says barbed wire. I don't know. Let's go see. Here we go. Okay. Just walked from that bend to here and coming up on my first petroglyphs. So again, that little side canyon with the slot canyon, it's just right around there. And yeah, here we see what's over here. I think you're just saying, hey, stop on by. It's who we are. It's right up the way over there. That's where the spring is, or a creek. Okay. Anyhow, you see that, right? Come on, you got to be able to see this, folks. You just got to keep your eyes out. Okay, I'll show you more. Here we go. Walked a little bit closer, and now I see what's going on. So you see that first one that I just showed you a moment ago? Where's he at? Come on now. There he is. See that guy? That's what I showed you a second ago. Okay, well, just a little to the left here. Look at that. Bam. Okay. Looks like nice people. And there's another dude up above them with the arrow thing happening. And I'm pretty sure there's a little bit more. I'll go check it out. But check this out. So I'll show you in a sec, but it's like he's holding an arrow or there's an arrow pointing, right? I could be wrong, but it looks, I don't know, he's holding something but it looks like an arrow. And what's over there, like I said, bam, spring. So I'll bet you there's folks living over there prehistorically. Or they're just doing trippy stuff. So obviously the more you look at this stuff, the more you see. There's not, I think those are the only petroglyphs right here. And they're huge, they're massive, you know, figures. Like I said, I think that arrow, see, maybe he's holding something, but I think it's an arrow, and I think he's meaning to point that way, towards that spring. And then there's this other dude right here. Yeah, right there. And that arrow is pointing towards that slot canyon, the mouth of it. Remember there were those pockets of water from the rain? But something else is happening over here. I think that there's a petroglyph that's been pecked out, but it was pecked out prehistorically, not recently. It's not recent vandalism. I think it's prehistoric vandalism. Let's go check it out. Okay, check this out. I just saw this walking up here. See that? That's prehistoric pecking. Oh, sorry, I touched it. So sorry. But anyhow, oh, whatever. They blurred it out, whatever. It's not like I messed anything up. It's prehistoric vandalism is what that is. I think there might have been a petroglyph there, and someone was like, nah, too ugly. Something, or they didn't like the guy. Oh, cool. Wow. It's like they started some petroglyphs but didn't finish. Or maybe they did. I don't know. Maybe they meant it to be that way. Yeah, that is something. Arrow pointing that way. Water. But check that out. And off to the left, there is a petroglyph there, no doubt. There's definitely a petroglyph. And another arrow. That got pecked out. I don't know, maybe it got pecked out more recently. It looks like somebody started to make something there, but that looks definitely like something a white person would try to do. Oh man, I just saw those. Look at that. Huh. Okay. So right next to dude right there, there's a guy next to him. Look at that. Beetle man, something. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be disrespectful for any Native Americans that see this. I mean it, genuinely. Sorry. But I don't know, what else you call them? Figures, I guess. Okay. I don't think I got this earlier. I don't think I saw it earlier. So there are a few more along this little trail. It's pretty rad. I just came across it. Go. Not so sure about that one. Probably. It's like there's a lot of stuff started. See that right there? I don't think it's a snake. Okay, so like that right there, that looks, you know, I'm pretty sure that's only I don't know, 200 or 300 years old. Tops? No, definitely not. I mean, so here you go. You can see the scrape marks, right? I mean, come on. That right there, though, not touching, that is prehistoric. This is definitely super recent. This is super, super cool. This kid's did, but there was prehistoric pecking going on right there, coming down just a little. There was prehistoric pecking coming down. They're trying to illustrate something. And then some kids came and did some stuff. But then you got this. I've always wondered what that is. You see it around. But man, these Fremont people. Okay, there you go. There's a giveaway where I'm at. These Fremont people are something with their petroglyphs. And this is the time of day when everything starts to come alive. If I have any videos left, you'll hear birds will start. It's awesome. Okay, here we go. Oh, dang. Came up on another badass panel. Seems like every little nookie. Yeah, there's going to be, yeah, there's more. Oh, yeah. There's petroglyphs all over here. All right. Look at that. There's more. See how much battery I got. So that one was getting started, or maybe they left it like that on purpose. I don't know, but look at this. Come on. Ain't that something? Holy smokes. I'm used to only seeing peck marks. You know, it looks like there's some scraping going on, but the scraping, the patina matches the same. I'm not trying to just, you know, it's obviously Fremont, right? I'm only just, this is only my second summer out here. I'm used to the Anasazi. All right, let's go see what else. Oh, here we go. Here's more. Oh. Okay. It's a really neat place. Oh, man. Feels good. Super hot. 100-degree day. It's cool right now. Let's go check out some more petroglyphs. All right, man. It's getting a little trippy. And sometimes it does. I love it. I don't know what's going on here. But I mean, that fella, that figure right there is pretty cool. But this is the stuff I love. Look at that. What's going on over here? Oh, yeah? Okay. Uh-huh. Okay. Let's go see some more trippy stuff. Hey, by trippy, I mean it with all respect. If everybody would just be a little more trippy, we wouldn't be shooting at each other and dropping bombs on each other. Oh, people's kids. Oh gosh, sounds mean. Anyhow, yeah, it sucks. You know, honestly, more people got out and did this right here. Man, you wouldn't care what's going on TV. Anyhow, for me, this is what freedom is. That's freedom right there. Those folks were definitely free. Okay. Well, sorry if that last one was a downer. No mean to be. Anyhow, here we go. I'd like to go check out over there where it turns green. I don't know how many more we got left. There's another one. Oh, shucks. It's almost like a horn. He's got a big fat belly like a horny toad, not super fat. Look at those feet. I bet you find some of those around here on these walls. Okay, so for all the other folks, that's what a modern contemporary is going to look like, right? You can see the patination color, the difference in it. It's way lighter. And you also see a lot of scribbling, like with a nail. They like to use nails. Compared to this, check that out. That is some old stuff right there. Huh. And then you got local kids being morons. But they're mimicking Anasazi also, by the way. That's an Anasazi style that some white kids, or who knows, maybe they weren't white kids. Maybe they were brown kids. Who knows what color they were. Doesn't matter. It's recent, you can tell, totally, obviously, right? Using a nail. Yep. As compared to this. Packing. Okay, I just saw this. Check this out. This is like the grand finale. Look at that. Petroglyph into pictograph. That's amazing. That's so cool. Right? So that's, what do they call it? A orc? Yeah. See the dude's head? That's colored. That's not packed. That's pretty neat. I don't think I've seen that, or if I have, it's very rare. And okay, look at that, man. That's like that eternity. Man, I'm sorry. I don't know what it means, but that's what it is in other cultures, but whatever. I saw one of those a moment ago. What I like about all this the most, I'm not going to lie, is it's spacey. I love it. Oh, man, it just keeps going. We'll get to that in a minute.